FanFest Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood is now running until May 18th on select nights. It's taking us back in time to 1955's Hill Valley on this VIP tour, and we're bringing you with us to see it all. We even have our friend Mike joining us for the event.
I know what I'm most excited for, the treats!
And I'm most excited for, everything! Let's go!
Well, you heard him.
First, though, we had to park.
Jurassic Park, valet parking, right up the front. That's how you roll VIP.
And then there was a VIP buffet in the Moulin Rouge that is included with your VIP ticket. The problem, though, was that this was a special event night with special food, and that FanFest Nights themed food was what we wanted to eat. But this food wasn't included on the buffet except for two dessert items, the Triple Truffle Trio and the 10 Shadows Churro.
So as a VIP tour, they actually they feed you dinner in the Moulin Rouge. And it's like a buffet and everything like that. Normally I would say, hey, you get to have dinner with your visit, but since we're doing FanFest nights, we want to try all the food that's in the FanFest stuff. And they had a couple of the desserts here, but I'm not actually eating any of the food because I want to save room for all the Klingon targ legs and stuff. One of the white chocolate truffle tribble trios. That's actually kind of hard to say.
There's a triple truffle trio.
It might be triple truffle trio. I don't know. All right, let's just figure it out. That center, it's a Whopper.
Sadly, we didn't care for the churro, and the truffle was just okay. But it's time to get our night started with Star Trek Red Alert.
Here at the Fleet Museum, we offer daily tours of some of the most celebrated Starfleet vessels to have ever ventured among the stars. Our staff is dedicated to preserving and restoring Starship history. And today, you will have a chance to step aboard one of the finest vessels that Starfleet has ever produced, the USS Enterprise NCC 1701D.
If you didn't already know, I'm also a huge Star Trek fan.
You can smell it all over the space as long as it's...
And getting to walk into a shuttle bay was quite the treat.
Welcome, everybody. Hello, welcome. Okay, well, hello, welcome aboard the Enterprise D. I know what you may be thinking, but don't worry. Our atmospheric containment field will make sure none of you go flying out into space.
Proximity alert.
Unknown entities. Okay, everybody remain calm. Like I said, we do have a force field here. We're gonna make sure that whatever that is stays out there. It appears that we may be under attack. Sick bay. I can bring you to sick bay. Come on in, everyone. Sick bay to engineering.
Unable to complete transmission.
Great. Now it's messing with my comms.
Stand by. Do not touch anything. We're engineers. We'll figure this out.
This thing keeps locking me out of systems override. We need to
It's destabilizing.
We're losing magnetic containment.
Please, step away from the forward.
Move as safely and as quickly as you can.
It's the group is right behind you. It's not the crew.
Stay together, don't
No. This way. Okay. All right. That should not be happening. Everyone stay here. Inside, please, hurry. Please, before we go, we're locked out. It is the entity. What do we do? Offline. Can we re-shield? Negative. Nothing is responding. They're completely locked out.
Translation request confirmed. Establishing comms.
What? Who's doing that?
The entity is accessing the ship's universal translator.
Stand by for incoming transmission.
Greetings. We mean you no harm. You will be remembered until next minute.
Can we just make first contact?
This is us beaming back in. I'm not quite sure what we're doing.
Step forward, adventurers. Waterdeep is counting on you.
You're late, and here I am, Lana Star Shadow, far too patient for my own good.
So I'm going to be completely honest here. I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, so I had no idea what was going on or who the characters even were. What made it worse, though, was that I couldn't hear the actors very clearly. They should really have hidden microphones so everyone can hear them properly. But this was the very first night of FanFest, so there might be some kinks to work out. Still, that puppet was awesome. We originally thought it was an animatronic, but no, there's people in there puppeteering that thing. And now, the real reason we're here.
You're gonna see some actual sets from the little movie you might have heard of called Back to the Future.
Jeffrey David.
The first room. It was already broken here.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well, let's put it back in.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
See, look, now it works.
You did it. You fixed it.
And I had a video going for that.
Just
Yeah,
be
that's
gentle.
true. You got that first malfunction of FanFest nights ever.
It's alright.
Well, all right, we're good now.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it just slides right back in. But still, that's pretty funny.
Don't yank as hard as I did.
Is there a DeLorean behind it? No.
Around to rock tonight. We're gonna rock to all daylight. We're gonna rock to rock tonight.
All right, this is pretty cool. They actually have the fire treads over here from when he gets going back up to 88 to go back to the future. Now, it's awesome that they do this too. We're actually walking around the set where they filmed Back to the Future. Obviously, the facade's different though. It is a working studio, and they make changes for different movies and stuff. But it's still just being here is really freaking cool.
What are you gonna go out to sea soon? I kind of want to drown. Yeah, scared of water.
Among all the actors in cosplay for the event, this was probably Becca's favorite. I mean, who wouldn't want to pet Einstein? I think Mike got a kick out of it too. But Becca liked him so much that through a game of chance, she decided to take home her own little Einstein.
Thank you for attending the Hill Valley High School Enchantment Under the Sea Dance. This is a school-sponsored event, so there will be no slacking here tonight.
Brandy on the top.
So the true fans of Back to the Future know some of the people who actually made the movie. And I previously met Alan Silvestri, the composer of the music for Back to the Future. Now I just met Bob Gale.
Okay, I'm here.
Promise not to break anything this time.
Well, famous last words. That was really cute, guys.
A little cold.
It's so cold. My balls are gone.
So Super Nintendo World also had a FanFest event, but it was something about finding areas with a Yoshi egg to get stickers, and if you got enough, you got to take a picture with Yoshi. And they wouldn't let you take a picture without the stickers, so we just rode the Mario Kart ride instead. It was nice to see the park at night, though.
Seeing it all lit up at night is pretty cool.
I know. I was like, I gotta get some video of this. This is pretty cool, like, right?
Wizarding World also participated in FanFest, but this area seemed more like an afterthought unless you reserved a spot at the Three Broomsticks for a 3-course meal that was an extra $40, which we did not. So Becca bought a jacket, and we found the Niffler before getting some food.
How cute, right? I love it.
She's also been cold all night. She's been waiting to get to a store to buy a jacket.
He's getting territorial. You've got a Niffler on one side, a dog on the other. You're surrounded, mate. What are you gonna do?
Good, you're good.
I got a Hufflepuff churro. It's warm.
It's warm.
Yeah, good.
Hogwarts meat pie. Super flaky. The entire edge is just flake. I gotta go all the way down to the center to get the actual meat. It's alright. I don't know how to get it again.
You liked it?
Yeah. I mean, I'd like just about anything right now, though.
You're just that hungry. Just hungry enough. It's like, I don't care. Give it to me. So I like Star Trek. Deep Space Nine is my favorite, though. So we're going to Quark's Cafe. Klingon targ legs. Oh, look at that bone. She came right out. That's not bad. You got to wash it down with blood wine. That's not good. I don't think I'll be drinking that, sadly. All right, hopefully this is better than that blood wine that I took one drink of and couldn't finish, because this is a Romulan ale at the 10 Forward bar. Oh man, this is way better than that Klingon blood wine was. Although I suppose Klingon blood wine is not really meant for the common human to drink, but that's good. And finally, our Cardassian dog took forever. Not bad.
Hey, before we get to the bloopers, this is Jeffrey from the future real quick to give a little bit of feedback and thoughts on their first night of FanFest at Universal Studios. So if I was going to go again, I probably wouldn't buy the VIP pass. The reason being is that although our guide, Tyler, was fantastic, he was amazing, I love that guy. The problem was, since you go to dinner first and then go through all the events and you're led through every single one of the worlds that has something going on, by the time you get back out into the park to start going to buy the special themed foods for the night, you run into a problem. First off, the Cardassian dog that we purchased took us an hour to get, because we went up and ordered it and they said it was going to be a 20-minute wait. So we said, okay, cool. After about 30 minutes, we went up and asked, what's going on. And then we were told, well, our ingredients ran out, and so we're trying to make some more, and it takes a while for the dough to rise, so it's going to be another 30 minutes. So it took us an hour to get it, and they didn't notify us when it was done. I had to go back up and check, and when I went to check, we could tell the food had probably been sitting out 10 or 15 minutes, so it was cold when we got it. It still tasted good, but it probably would have been nicer if the food wasn't cold and the dip along the plate wasn't kind of congealed at that point. Then when it comes to the desserts, I was very much looking forward to getting an out-of-time cookie, because obviously, Back to the Future fan, right? By the time we were able to go and actually try to buy one, we were told that they were sold out, and they had been sold out since about 7 o'clock. Editing Jeffrey here, and 7 o'clock was when the event started, which means they were sold out by all the people who had early entry passes. Seems a little bit like poor planning to me. They did say that there was more in the lower lot, but to go down the escalators to get down to the lower lot is about 15 minutes at best to get down to the bottom. So 15 minutes down to get a cookie, assuming they still had some, and then 15 minutes back up. That was at least a 30-minute round trip just for a cookie. And while I did want it, it wasn't worth it. So I didn't get to get my out-of-time cookie either. There was also the Devil Fruit Concha, which was from the One Piece area, and the line to get food there was just gigantic, and it looked like it was over an hour wait, and I couldn't even see that it was on the menu, so we couldn't even find what that actually was. So being there on the first night was awesome to be some of the first people to experience this, but it also meant that we got to kind of do the walkthrough and probably iron out some of the issues they were having for future nights. So it's absolutely worth checking out. We had a blast, but I probably wouldn't do the VIP again. I would say just get your regular tickets, maybe even early entry, so you can get in there and get some of the food you want before the rest of the crowd shows up, and then just take your own time getting through all the different events. But hey, I promised you bloopers, so here they are.
I know what I'm most excited for. The treats.
All right, well, that one was ruined.
I know, sorry. I don't know.
No, you were fine. He didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I know what I'm most excited for, the blood. Well, I'm most excited for everything. Let's go.
Sorry, are we not?
It's still going. It's bloopers.
Are we not doing an intro?
No, this is all you have to say. There's nothing else to say other than that.
Okay. You got this taken care of.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't work like
All right.
this.